Hi, this is Reverend Al Sharpton. Be ready for the National Action Network's National Convention, April 2nd through the 5th, 2025, in New York at the Sharpton. This year, and the 57th anniversary of the assassination of Dr. King, they're trying to take back everything he stood and died for. We convene every year in April to make sure they know that they killed the dreamer, not the dream. We have workshops on everything from business development to dealing with our legal needs, from police reform all the way to how we deal with sentencing, how we deal with immigration, how we deal with the arts and entertainment. We have big names that come every year, but don't come for the big names, come for the big plans and the big execution. Register now. Because with this year, as we are under assault with DEI, under assault with ending the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department, under assault with now consent decrees and all are neutralized, if there ever was a time that you should come to a National Action Network convention, now's the time. We don't need a lot of philosophizing. We don't need a lot of showing how smart you are. We need action. We plan action and then we go and do action. I'm looking for you. Go to www.nationalactionnetwork.net. We have no registration fee. You don't pay to register. Just get here and let's get it on. National Action Network Convention, April 2nd through the 5th. I'm going to look for you there. Stop telling yourself you're not confident of what you could do. When people with half your skills and a quarter of your talent have gone on to create big waves in life, if you look at them and you know you're more gifted than them, then what is your problem? You are looking for someone to come and drag you into success. You've got to use what you have, which is, in my judgment, more skillful than others I've known in your areas. Use that and believe in that, and your confidence will build up as you get going and start doing. And don't chase the spotlight. Sharpen your skills. Live in your purpose, and you'll get so good the spotlight will be chasing you. Be so good they can't help but talk about you and put the spotlight on you. You don't get your energy from chasing the spotlight. You get your energy by chasing your purpose. The spotlight and other adulation will come with it. Have a great day. I just finished my Keeping It Real radio show, Keeping It Real with Al Sharpton, on various local stations all over the country, as well as on Sirius XM and on live stream on nationalactionnetwork.net. And I was saying to the people how I was embarrassed for the country when I saw the tape of President Trump getting into a shouting match with the president of Ukraine and calling President Biden name and just all kind of street talk. Sitting there in the Oval Office representing the United States, he couldn't resist taking shots at President Obama, President Biden, having J.D. Vance playing gang up, whether they had practiced this or thought they should do this or not. It's beneath the dignity of any president to engage another head of state like that in a very demeaning, disrespectful way. That's one of the reasons why I keep telling people I've dealt with Donald Trump for 35 years. He calls people names. There's no substance there. There's no sensitivity to what you're doing there. this week tweeting names, calling me names, and Joy Reid names, and Rachel Maddow names, just names. And we ought to be above that if we're going to serve the public. Secondly, I wanted to make it clear that, there's been the news out all over about today. A lot of people boycotted. I hope they did. Didn't buy anything. Mr. Swartz out of the Midwest started this. He wasn't trying to be a leader. He was starting up something that he felt would have impact. And that's good. They put my name on it saying this is what Sharpton said. And I did say it. And we have a call of 90 days that we're going to go, not for one day, we're going to announce that we're going after one or two corporations. And we're going to go and stay on that until we win them reinstating DEI or coming with something that is clear that they're committed to diversity. So whether it's the one day today that Swartz and them are doing, that I support any effort, whether it is what some are doing during the Lenten season, Bishop Reginald Jackson and my friend and brother Reverend Jamal Bryant in Atlanta, whatever it is, we support all efforts. In the civil rights movement, you had Dr. Martin Luther King with SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, but you had students that were not members of his organization called SNCC. They formed their own, John Lewis, later Stokely Carmichael, and they did what they did. And you had James Farmer in CORE and Congress of Racial Equality that James Farmer led, Floyd McKissick followed. You had Dorothy Hayden, National Council of Negro Women. There was always different ways we did things. Let's not fight each other. Let's fight those that have done things that have stifled and in many ways prevented fairness and justice for all of us. Those that fight us are united. You got Republicans that know Donald Trump is wrong, but they stay united with him because they want whatever their political goals are to be realized. We should be at least mature enough to be together and support everything that is to the advantage of our making this society equal and fair. That is what we're about. And I would hope you that said that Trump is speaking for you or relating to you, I hope you saw the desecration he did in the Oval Office today. You don't treat people like that. But I guess you do, if you think like that. Bless you. Have a great weekend. See you at the rally in Harlem if you're in New York. I'll see you on Politics Nation Saturday and Sunday night if you're not in New York. Blessings. Where Frederick Douglass laid. Don't stand on the ground where Rosa Parks laid, unless you're going to really do what it is we committing to do. Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against wickedness, principalities, wickedness in high places. I want everyone, if you are resolved, to just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, Al Sharpton, do solemnly commit that I will stand up and rise up in the name of Dr. King, in the name of Frederick Douglass, in the name of Rosa Parks, and I will defend equality for all, diversity, equality, inclusion, women's rights, LGBTQ rights, immigration rights. I commit, I take this oath that I will not become like those I'm fighting. I'm not for violence, but I will peacefully stand against those that want to bring us down. I commit this in the house of God, on this sacred ground. So help me God. Congratulate yourself. While you're standing, I want all the ministers to come. Let's join arms. When they would march in the South, I used to think it was a little too moderate for me. But as I read my history and got to know some of the lieutenants of Dr. King, I realized it took a lot of strength to face biting dogs, to face sheriff's club nightsticks, and somehow with no defense at all, they look at biting dogs in Birmingham